Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Will There Be Cake?
Woo, 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 woo.
My name is Robert Lamb. With me, as always, Amber Simpson.
That's me.
Yay.
And returning once again,
Our
Ian
little cheerleader over there.
You can just
Feller.
tell him that I've moved in. I mean,
He
I've
did.
been here
that's
like
true.
3
This
days
is
in a
4
row
in a
now,
row.
4 days in a row. So
Yeah, that's
I
a
just
lot.
moved in.
Yeah.
Listen,
You've just been having
Robert's my new roommate.
sleepovers.
Ian sleeps in the studio.
I do.
Yeah,
Sleep in there.
it's fine. He
Warm.
sleeps on the
It's
ground.
very warm
It's
and comfortable.
very warm. Some might say too warm.
Too warm.
Yeah. Well, what are we describing? What are we talking about on this episode? Amber Simpson. I was going to try to come up with a joke. I couldn't come up with one.
We are
but-
celebrating a very special person's birthday today. Quentin Tarantino. Happy
Yes.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Quentin
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 Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's the one of the most influential directors of his generation. Do you think that's
And
debatable?
ours. And ours, too. Because we're like the same generation, kind of. How
Kind
old
of.
is he? He's like 40.
He's
no,
turning,
I mean, he's like
he turned 57
something.
today.
Yeah.
He
57.
did? He's
Yeah.
that old?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured
Oh
he
my
was
God.
in his 50s because he was started. What was his first movie? Was Reservoir Dogs, which was 1992,
Yeah.
1992 was Reservoir Dogs.
and then Pulp
I
Fiction
just
was
had
94.
the-
Wait,
okay, you're
Pulp
gonna
Fiction
guess?
is 94,
Robert likes to show off.
Okay,
of course.
we need him to know this for trivia.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Jackie Brown was 97,
Good.
and then I think it was Kill Bill
Yeah.
in 2003,
Yeah.
and then Kill Bill Volume 2 was 2004.
Yeah. Which studio released all of those movies that you just named?
Is it Miramax?
Yes. Continue.
And then what was after it? Kill Bill Volume 2 was
You said
Inglorious Basterds.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
It was before. He had one before that?
that. Yep. We were working at the theater when this happened.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that one. I know
Yeah,
which one it
his,
is.
That's
It's
his
Death
worst,
Proof.
worst reviewed movies.
Death Proof, and it was the Grindhouse, double
Grindhouse.
feature.
But he didn't do Grindhouse.
Yeah, he did.
He
Well, Grindhouse was them together.
Okay. Yeah.
It was Death Proof and Planet Terror.
Right. Okay.
Death Proof was his movie. Planet Terror was Robert Rodriguez. That was 2007.
Yes.
And then Inglorious Basterds was 2009.
Yes.
And then Django.
Django.
I don't remember, 2012.
Yep.
And then Hateful Eight.
Yep.
That was 2016.
15. Oh my God, it's the only one you got wrong.
Wow.
I didn't know that was that old.
Yep.
What about after that?
And then after that was Once Upon a Time
In Hollywood.
in Hollywood, which was 2019.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's in that's what
That's
like 8 movies.
That's a good fucking list.
I think
That's a
that's
pretty good list.
That's a good fuck. I even enjoyed Death Proof. It wasn't great, but I still liked it.
I really did not like that one.
It really made way less money
I've
than
actually
the
never
other
seen that
ones.
You never saw that one? You don't need to see it.
I'm not
Reservoir Dogs.
I like Kurt
It looks
Russell.
good, yeah.
Kurt Russell's in it, and it's good. Like he's awesome, but it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all his other movies, I like. I actually really like Jackie Brown. I like Jackie Brown a lot.
Jackie Brown's so good. What did he write that?
He directed it. It's the only one
Screenplay?
that he adapted from a known
Oh,
source. It's an
okay.
Elmore Leonard.
Elmore Leonard.
Yeah, novel. Yeah. And he adapted that one. And actually, Michael Keaton plays a character, the same character in that, the detective or whatever, in that movie as in the one with Denzel Washington, Out of Time.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same character. He's like has a crossover in those two movies.
Oh.
It's so weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, but he plays the same detective.
Okay, so now can you put the movies
God.
in order of how much money they made?
Oh no, probably not. I'm really bad with
Okay,
box office budget.
What do you think
or
made
box
the
office.
most? That's easy.
The most was either I want to say it was either Django.
Pulp Fiction.
It was Pulp Fiction.
No, it was not. Sorry, both wrong. Both of you are wrong. Both
She
of you.
said yeah,
She was
and
just very
neither
excited
of
for me
us
to
were.
answer.
All right, then I'm gonna say.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Hold on. I read it wrong. I
It
think
is
you're right.
Django.
It is Django. Yep. Wait. Yep. It's Django.
Django.
Yeah, I
It's
remember that was like a
Django.
big one for him.
That's weird. I didn't know that. Django was the highest, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
I'm surprised that one's so high.
and then Inglorious Basterds,
That was gonna be my second
Oh.
guess.
and then Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, Reservoir Dogs made the least.
Yeah, but that was his first movie, and it was a low budget.
Yeah.
And movies were super cheap then.
And it only took place pretty much in one room, like one warehouse. I mean, there were some flashback scenes, but for the most part.
And then Hateful Eight, and then the Kill Bills.
Yeah, Kill Bill was an interesting one too. They were a little more cartoony.
Made the second least. $56 million is all it made.
Kill Bills might be my favorites of those.
Oh, really?
I just love those Kill Bill movies.
They're really good.
Uma
I like
is
them.
awesome, and that yellow leather, like
Jackie
just
Brown.
hacking shit up.
See, for me, I hate to say it, but Pulp Fiction I like. Yeah, it's just good. But
it's good.
But then I'll say
it's a lot of people's favorite movie.
Jackie Brown and Inglorious Basterds for me.
Jackie Brown's really good.
I like those two. I like those two. I like Pam Grier and Jackie Brown and Robert Forster, who died like last year or the year before.
Yeah.
And then I really do like Inglorious Basterds too.
That's good.
Yeah, that was a pretty good
I
one.
like that one.
I didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood at first.
Really?
But then I watched it. I watched it 2 more times, and it grew on me.
I didn't know how I felt about it the whole time I was watching it until the end, and then I was like laughing hysterically at the end, and I was like, "This just made the whole movie."
But
and
that's the problem.
When I watched the second time, I appreciated the earlier stuff more.
Right.
I do think that movie though is Tarantino at his most pretentious because he really makes those scenes drag on for a little too long. I think he could have kind of cut
really
a little
shows
bit.
his obsession with.
But like studios
heat.
won't, they won't interfere with him anymore because his movies just do well and stuff. Which is like cool that he doesn't have studio interference. But every once in a while, a studio does know what they're talking about, and I think that he could have cut out a little bit.
He definitely.
Studios were the ones that told what's his name, Francis Ford Coppola, to put more stuff about the family in The Godfather. They said they wanted more family oriented stuff. That's one of the best movies ever. And then also they told him to cut out stuff for Apocalypse Now. And he did, and it actually made it a little bit better, too. If you ever watch The Redux, it's a little too much. A little too long.
So he's won 2 Academy Awards. What did he win them for?
It's writing. It's
all writing?
Yeah, he hasn't won...
for directing?
He probably for Pulp Fiction, and then I think he won for... I don't think it was Inglorious. Maybe Once Upon a Time?
I don't know.
Maybe. It wasn't for...
Oh, wait. His first one was for Best Original Screenplay after the release of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, so Pulp Fiction. And then the other one was it was either Django or...
They don't release.
I'll look it up.
Look it up.
Yeah. He's never won for director. And none of his movies have ever won Best Picture, but they've been nominated, like a lot of them. Once Upon a Time was nominated, Inglorious Basterds was nominated, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction should have won. I'm sorry.
Pulp Fiction should have won.
I'm just a hater on Forrest Gump. I'm a hater for Forrest. I don't think it's that great.
Yeah, I mean, it just proved that anybody could walk across the country.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Listen, all I'm saying is, it wasn't that bad. I don't see why the big deal was of him running back and forth. You know what I mean?
No, I mean. So he was born March 27th, 1963 in Knoxville, Tennessee, the only child. His father left before he was born. Wow. His mother had Cherokee and Irish ancestry. He was named in part for Quint Asper, Burt Reynolds' character in the CBS series Gunsmoke.
Oh, that's why he loves all that old stuff.
His father met his mother during a trip to L.A. where Tony was a law student and would-be entertainer. In 1966, his mother, they moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, and then later his mother returned to L.A.
He won for Django.
He married again. Okay.
Django.
But when he was 14 years old, he wrote one of his earliest works, a screenplay called Captain Peach Fuzz in the Anchovy Bandit, based on 1977 film Smokey and the Bandit.
I love that.
Nice.
The summer after his 15th birthday, he was grounded by his mother for shoplifting the novel The Switch from Kmart by Elmore Leonards. Thank you. He was allowed to leave only to attend the Torrance Community Theater, where he participated in plays such as 2+2 Makes Sex and Romeo and Juliet. At age 15, he dropped out of high school in L.A., and then worked as an usher at an adult movie theater in Torrance called the Pussycat Theater.
Oh, look at that.
Later, he attended acting classes at the James Best Theater Company and met several of his eventual collaborators. He met Craig Hammond, which he would collaborate to produce his first film in 1987. Throughout the 80s, he had a number of jobs. He spent time as a recruiter in the aerospace industry, and for 5 years, he worked at Video Archives, a video store in Manhattan Beach. Yeah.
He's an interesting guy, for sure.
He
It's
co-wrote
a true
and
rags to
directed.
riches story.
Yeah.
Did whatever he could to try to get in the industry, work in
He
video
was wherever
stores
he
and
could.
everything. And then,
Yeah.
boom. So what was the movie that he did? What did he do in 1987?
He co-wrote and directed his first film, My Best Friend's Birthday.
Oh, I have heard of that. I think it was like
left
super,
uncompleted, but
yeah.
its screenplay later formed the basis for True Romance.
That's right, because he wrote True Romance.
In 86, he was
That's a good
employed
movie.
his first Hollywood job working with Roger Avery as production assistant on Dolph Lundgren's exercise video Maximum Potential.
Nice.
The following year, he played an Elvis impersonator in Sophia's Wedding Part 1, an episode of The Golden Girls, which was broadcasted in 88. Oh my God, scared the crap out of me. He recalled that what he was paid with helped finance Reservoir Dogs. That Golden Girls part helped finance Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
Nice.
He initially was paid about $600, but since the episode was frequently rerun, it was on the best of lineup, and he received $3,000 in residuals over 3 years.
That's right. He
I wonder
told
if
that story.
I wonder if he still receives those residuals now.
Probably.
Still plays, right?
Yeah, if it's still out there.
Huh.
His first writing assignment was in the 1990s when Robert Kurtzman hired him to write the script for From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, he's in it too.
Yeah.
And then he did Reservoir Dogs, and then acted
He also directed Four Rooms too.
4 Rooms, yeah.
That was another one where he just directed one of the rooms.
Right.
Like there's 4 different directors.
True Romance. He's the second script that Tarantino sold was for the film Natural Born Killers.
That's right.
That was a great movie too.
He did write that too.
That's it. That was a good one. He also was an uncredited screenwriter on Crimson Tide and The Rock.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
And
It's weird because I know he likes to write his own stuff to direct and stuff. Like
he was asked to write Speed and Men in Black, but instead retreated to Amsterdam to work on his script for Pulp Fiction. I'm glad he did that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think all three were better off. because-
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he directed or wrote and directed Speed, it would be so weird.
It would.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be
been
like
so
an
weird.
action movie. It
No.
would be like,
It'd be really weird.
yeah.
The star would probably be the bus. Like
Yeah,
the bus
yeah,
would be the focus of
yeah.
the movie or some weird shit.
And everybody wouldn't be wearing shoes. Like, that was one of his things is with Mary Elizabeth Winstead when she went over there to like audition for Death Proof. She said she had to wear sandals, and that was part of the thing. Is like when
He
you go over
loves
there, you
his
had to wear
feet.
sandals during the audition and stuff.
That's so funny.
He's really into feet.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah,
He loves his movies though, and he loves the cinema, like actually
course.
going to movie theaters. Like, wasn't he like he's the one who did like he likes to put them on like 7 or what's it called? The bigger film, 70 millimeter.
70
Yeah.
millimeter.
So
yeah,
that's
he
pretty
did that
cool.
with Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
He wanted to do that, and he got into like kind of a little bit of a feud with Disney.
Yep.
Because Disney, he was supposed to show his movie at either the ArcLight or some main theater. He's supposed to premiere and like have it run at the theater, but Disney said that they wanted all the theaters to show the new Star Wars movie when it came out in 2015, Episode 7.
Right.
And the Disney said that if the ArcLight, I think it was the ArcLight, it could be another theater, but if they didn't show Star Wars during like on every screen during the opening theater or whatever, or the opening weekend, that they wouldn't get Star Wars at all. So they backed out of their contract with Quentin Tarantino, or verbal contract maybe, to show Hateful Eight, and Quentin Tarantino like hated that, and he was so pissed,
wow.
and he brought that up on one of the late night talk shows because he's like, "Come on, you're Disney, you're Star Wars, you can't let me have my thing. Of course, yours is going to make a bunch of
Right.
money."
Yeah.
He's like,
Doesn't matter
so he was
what you
really
do.
pissed. Yeah,
Wow.
But that's kind of how
blame
Disney
him.
is sometimes, where they're like very stingy and
Oh,
very
yeah.
like either show our stuff or you don't get it.
Yep. They have that power, though.
Yep.
But him and newer news, I skipped over a bunch of his life, but it's fine. Tarantino and J.J. Abrams pitched an idea for a Star Trek film.
Yeah.
With Abrams assembling a writer's room, and if the script is approved, Tarantino will direct and Abrams will produce the film.
That will be something.
The problem is Tarantino has had a lot of ideas that he brings up and they never get made. They never come to fruition. I think he just likes to talk out loud and stuff, because he had an idea for a James Bond movie with Pierce Brosnan back in the day that Pierce Brosnan said he went and met with Tarantino, but like, and Pierce Brosnan was like, Tarantino's like all like into it and like, then James Bond is this, you're really the best James Bond. You're the best James Bond and you need to be in this movie, and like came up with all these ideas, and Pierce Brosnan like knew it wasn't going to happen, but he's like, I got to hang out with Tarantino.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Seems like a really cool guy. Most recently, I was telling Robert about it. I don't think I've mentioned on the podcast, but the Empire magazine did an article that Edgar Wright like hosted or whatever, and it's the greatest cinema moments ever. And it was like a bunch of like directors and actors and actresses and stuff like talking about like their best experiences watching a movie in a cinema. And he didn't get a response from Quentin Tarantino in time to publish the issue, so Empire has their own podcast, and they did an episode where it's just Edgar Wright and Quentin Tarantino talking about their favorite times watching movies, and then of course they trail off onto like all of their favorite movies. So it's just like a 3-hour long episode of them talking about movies, and it's really amazing. So
I'm sure
you should definitely check that out if that could be one way you celebrate.
I'll
today.
always remember.
And I love Edgar Wright; he's amazing. Also,
I'll always remember Tarantino saying that back in the day when he dated a girl, he would always show her Rio Bravo, and if the girl didn't like Rio Bravo, they broke up. She had to like Rio Bravo. He said it was the best. Rio Bravo was his favorite. It was just a hangout movie, which it kind of is if you watch it. It's like John Wayne and Ricky Nelson and Walter Brennan. Like they're all just kind of like hanging out, waiting for like these people to try to spring this prisoner and stuff. And he said it's like one of the best hangout movies where they just sit around and talk and stuff. And he said like, yeah, if a girl didn't like that movie, it just wasn't going to work. Yeah. I always thought that was hilarious because it always reminded me of my friend Sean,
right?
Which actually this ties into Tarantino. Our friend Sean, who's really weird, who I've known since high school. He was super into movies, and like that's why we got along. We would like talk about movies, but he loved like cult movies too. Like he liked all that kind of stuff. And I remember he was dating a girl one time, and they were watching Kill Bill, the first Kill Bill, and he said that. I remember we hung out later. I'm like, oh well, did anything happen? Like, did you guys like hook up or anything? And he goes, no. He's like, she was kind of mad at me, and I go, why? He's like, because we're watching Kill Bill, and right when it gets to the Crazy 88 fight, she starts putting her hand on my leg, and I slapped it away, and I said, not right now. This is the good part. And then she was pissed off the rest of the night. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's amazing. I love that.
So I always thought that was pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways,
So, yeah, how could we celebrate?
well, what's your favorite Tarantino? Oh, no, we already said. You said Pulp Fiction, right?
I didn't really say.
Okay.
It's probably Pulp Fiction.
All right. So we just watch one of the Tarantino films and eat cake.
Or all of them.
One. Let's just do a marathon.
Yeah, you could watch all
Can't
of
watch
them
all
in
8.
order.
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. He's
Just
only
watch
going to
our
do
favorites.
10. He's only going to do 10 movies, he says. I don't know if that's true.
So what's he got left?
He's got 2 left.
Two left.
Because I don't think he's counting the other one. He's not counting 4 Rooms, and he's not counting
just that
his
list
first one.
that we went initially.
So he has 2, and I think he's counting Kill Bill as one movie because it was supposed to be one movie, and they split it up into 2.
Right.
So I think he still has 2 left, though.
Yeah, 2 left.
So people are wondering if that's true or if he's just kind of saying that. But who knows?
The way that he makes them, it's probably true. Like they're so
It
spaced
could
out.
take another 10 years to do 2 more movies. So,
But you should watch them in order because then you'll notice like certain things, certain brand creations that he made, like the Red Apple cigarettes.
Yeah.
When I went to my corporate training this time last year, I went to the AMC headquarters. They had a pack of Red Apple cigarettes in their like display because they had a bunch of like movie memorabilia things.
That's cool.
Nice.
I thought that was pretty cool. The Tenku brand beer, the Big Kahuna burger.
Big Kahuna, yeah.
Those are in a lot of different films.
Nice.
So yeah, you could watch all the movies. You can make a playlist. There's a lot of good soundtracks in his movies.
Yeah,
there are.
He loves music too.
He does love music. Or you could buy tickets for the QT Fest, which who knows when that's happening again, but there's a Quentin Tarantino Film Festival. It's held semi-annually in Austin, Texas, and he's always there. Nice. He personally selects a number of films from his personal collection, organized around a theme such as 80s horror or Italian film.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
He loves his spaghetti westerns too. He loves those Italian westerns.
He does. Happy birthday, Quentin Tarantino.
Happy
of course
birthday.
we have to have a fucking cake today.
Yeah, definitely a birthday cake.
Yeah.
We should watch all of our favorites. We'll just each
All right.
pick one.
We'll
and
each pick
watch
one
those.
movie, watch those, and eat cake during the whole thing.
I like it.
All right.
Nice.
Solid.
All right.
Solid. Thanks for joining us, Ian.
My pleasure.
Did I start this one? Or
Nope. I was about to sign off, but you
Well, go
jumped
for it.
ahead.
Do it.
Go ahead. No, you do it.
Okay. Thanks for joining us again, Ian.
Thank you.
For Robert and myself, we'll see you guys mañana.
Bye, guys.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.